Listen, she's thinking about you right now, but she'll never admit it. She won't text first. She won't make it obvious. And if you asked her directly, she'd probably laugh it off or change the subject. But here's what's about to blow your mind. There's one specific behavior that 97% of men completely misinterpret. They think it means she's not interested when in reality, it's the strongest sign she's obsessed with you. I'll reveal what that is in just a moment. But first, you need to understand something that will change everything you thought you knew about female psychology. Women don't show they miss you the same way you show them. They hide it, they disguise it, they wrap it in behaviors so subtle, so counterintuitive that most men mistake her missing him for her rejecting him. And here's the dangerous part. If you misread these signs, you'll pull away at the exact moment she's pulling closer. You'll ghost her when she's actually falling for you and you'll lose her. Low forever thinking she never cared in the first place. I'm about to break down the exact psychological signals that tell you she's missing you badly. Even when she's pretending she's not, even when she's playing it cool, even when her words say one thing, but her behavior screams another. And I'm going to show you the one move that forces her to reveal everything. It's so powerful. It should probably come with a warning because once you use it, there's no going back. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how to read between the lines and you'll stop second going whether she actually cares or if you're just wasting your time. So let's start with the hard question. Why would she hide it in the first place? And more importantly, what is she really hiding from? The dark psychology behind why she's hiding her feelings. Picture this. She checks her phone, sees your name, and immediately feels that pull, that urge to respond, that little spark of excitement, but she doesn't text back right away. She waits, she overthinks, she plays it down. Now, here's what no one tells you. This isn't just about playing hard to get. There's something deeper happening in her brain, something primal, something that dates back thousands of years, because showing you she misses you feels like giving up power. It feels vulnerable. It feels like handing you the upper hand. And women are biologically wired to test your emotional strength before they fully invest. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this is the part that will make you question everything. When a woman is truly falling for you, she doesn't act more interested. She acts less interested. Stay with me here because this sounds backwards, but it's backed by evolutionary psychology. Her brain is running a test. If I pull back, will he chase like every other desperate guy? Or will he remain centered, unshaken, secure in his value? Most men fail this test spectacularly. They interpret her distance as rejection, so they either chase harder or disappear completely. Both responses confirm to her that you're not the one. But what if you knew exactly what she was testing? What if you could see through the game without playing it? That's when everything shifts. And that brings us to something critical, the one sign that reveals she's obsessed that everyone gets wrong. Before we go deeper, just do one thing for me. Hit the like button because what I'm about to reveal is so counterintuitive. 90% of men will refuse to believe it, but the 10% who understand this will never struggle with women again. Let's keep going. Here's the sign that changes everything. And I need you to really pay attention because this one behavior has probably been right in front of you the whole time. She becomes inconsistent. Now, you're probably thinking, wait, inconsistent? That sounds like she's not interested. Exactly. That's what every guy thinks, and that's why they lose her. Here's what's really happening. One day she's warm, engaged, texting you back quickly. The next day she's cold, Distant, takes hours to respond. One moment she's laughing at everything you say. The next she's giving you one-word answers. This isn't disinterest. This is internal conflict. When a woman starts catching real feelings, it terrifies her, so she pulls back to protect herself. Then she misses you and pulls closer. Then the feelings get stronger and she pulls back again. It's not a game. It's a war happening inside her mind. And the fact that she's fighting herself means you've already gotten under her skin. But here's the part that will mess with your head. The more inconsistent she becomes, the more she's actually thinking about you because indifference is consistent. Real lack of interest is steady, but I can see some of you still doubting this. So let me give you 5 more hidden signs that prove she's missing you badly. And one of these is so subtle, it happens in less than 3 seconds, but it tells you everything. The 5 hidden signs she's missing you that she thinks you'll never notice. Here's the first one, and it happens in the digital space where she thinks she's invisible. She views your social media but never likes or comments. You check your story views and there she is every single time. But no reaction, no engagement, just silent observation. This is her way of staying connected without revealing herself. She's keeping tabs, building a picture of your life, making sure she's still in your orbit. And the consistency of her viewing, that's the consistency she won't show you in conversation. Here's the second sign, and this one reveals her true emotional state. She initiates contact but disguises it as something meaningless, a random meme at 11 p.m., a question about something from 3 weeks ago, an article that just reminded her of you. Listen carefully. It's never about the content. It's about creating a reason to talk to you without admitting. She wanted to talk to you. She's opening the door but making it look accidental, just casual, just happened to cross her mind. But the timing, that's the tell. Late nights, weekends, moments when she's alone with her thoughts, that's when the missing you hits hardest. Third sign, and this is where female psychology gets really interesting. She brings you up to mutual friends, not directly, not obviously, but she asks about you, casually mentions your name, finds ways to steer conversations toward you. Why? Because talking about you gives her a hit of that connection without the vulnerability of talking to you. It's her way of keeping you present in her world while maintaining emotional safety. Now here's the fourth sign. And pay close attention because this happens in real time when you're together. Her body betrays her before her words do. She faces you fully when you talk, even in a group. She mirrors your movements without realizing it. Her pupils dilate when she looks at you. She fidgets with her hair, her jewelry, her phone. These are unconscious signals. Her logical brain might be playing it cool, but her like system, the emotional center, is screaming that you matter. And here's the fifth sign that most men never catch because it requires pattern recognition. She remembers everything. Details you barely remember telling her. A story you mentioned once. A preference you casually shared. Something you said weeks ago that she brings up naturally. When someone misses you, they replay your interactions in their mind. They revisit the moments. They hold on to the pieces. Those pieces become reference points, and they slip out in conversation without her even realizing she's revealing how much mental real estate you occupy. But now we get to the part that will actually change your life, because knowing the signs is one thing, but what do you do with this information? And more importantly, there's one move that forces her hand, one strategy that makes her drop the mask completely. But I need to warn you about something first. The move that forces her to reveal everything. Use with caution. Here's what most men get wrong. They see the signs, they get excited, and then they rush in. They start texting more. They bring up feelings. They try to have the talk. And instantly she retreats. The walls go back up. The signs disappear. Why? Because you've just proven you don't understand the game. You've shown you need validation more than you trust yourself. So here's the move that actually works. And yes, it's going to feel wrong. Your instinct will fight against it. But if you can execute this, you'll never wonder where you stand with a woman again. You create strategic distance at the peak of her interest. Wait, what? That sounds insane, right? But here's the psychology. When she's showing signs of missing you, she's in a state of uncertainty. She's not sure if you're like every other guy. She's not sure if you've caught feelings. She's not sure if she has power or you do. And uncertainty creates obsession. But the moment you give her certainty by chasing, the obsession dies. The game is over. She has her answer. So instead, you do the opposite. You notice her increased interest and you pull back slightly, not dramatically, not immaturely, but measurably. You take longer to respond. You end conversations first. You're suddenly busier. Your social media shows you're living well, surrounded by people engaged in your purpose. And here's what happens next. And this is where it gets psychological. Her brain goes into panic mode. Wait, I was starting to get close and now he's pulling away. Did I misread this? Is he seeing someone else? Did I wait too long to show interest? Those questions create a need for resolution, and that need becomes stronger than her need to protect herself. That's when she breaks, not with weak excuses, not with games, but with genuine vulnerability. She reaches out directly. She asks where things stand. She shows you clearly that you matter. But here's the most important part, and this is what separates boys from men. The truth no one wants to hear. You only have power in this situation if you're genuinely okay with walking away. Because here's what I've learned studying attraction for years. The moment you need her to miss you, she won't. The moment you're checking for signs, analyzing every text, waiting for validation, you've already lost. But when you build a life so rich, so full, so magnetic, that whether she misses you or not doesn't determine your happiness, that's when you become unmissable. Women can sense desperation from a mile away. They can smell neediness through a screen. And the moment they detect it, attraction dies. But confidence, purpose, a man who knows his value and isn't afraid to walk away from someone who doesn't see it, that's intoxicating. So yes, learn the signs, understand the psychology, use the strategies, but never forget the ultimate truth. The reason she's hiding her feelings isn't because you're not enough. It's because she's afraid of how much you might mean to her, and a woman only fears losing something she values. So the real question isn't whether she misses you. The question is, are you the kind of man worth missing? Because when you become that man, you don't need to decode signals anymore. You don't need to play games. You don't need to wonder. You become the standard, the exception, the one she can't forget. And that's when everything changes. I know this is a lot to process. You might be replaying interactions in your mind right now, seeing things differently, understanding what you missed. Good. That means you're actually paying attention. If this opened your eyes, drop a comment with the word thank you so I know you're serious about understanding this better. And hit that subscribe button because we're just getting started. The next video is going to reveal the 3 texts that make her chase.